This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test.
Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like it burns. So give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorries won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent? He's busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, right? What doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like that. It hurts, so give him something worse to pass the time. Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have
charts with the Road Dog here on the Road Dog Crypto channel. We got Brass in here, we got JM, we got Strega. Hey, welcome guys, glad you could make it. Without further delay and further tongue tie, let's get started. Here I am on Bitcoin chart, the 5-minute chart, because hey, Bitcoin has borne me to tears. I'm slonging it. I'm in the long and the short, and it's just bleh. Trading chop is just no fun, and I keep doing it. I'm just a glutton for punishment. I can't seem to break that habit. I just keep wanting to do it. How is everyone feeling tonight? Would love to say it's been a crazy crypto weekend, but it has not. It has been a very dull and boring crypto weekend. Proven that retail is not yet hip to us, because when they are, the weekends are a blast. So we may be hopeful at these levels, but we still have a ways to go. Going to zoom out to the daily here on Bitcoin. Track Bitcoin to see kind of the mood of the overall market here. We're just still kind of flirting around with this bargain area. Just will not go down into it very rarely. We'll a little dip in there, but it won't stay. It wants to ride right on top of it. Ride that leg, baby. Hump it. Hump it, pump it. Still see the very real possibility of dropping down to about 28,500, this 100 moving average here at the bottom of this bargain area, as I call it. Technically, we could come all the way back down to about 27.5, maybe even a little lower. Just retest this 200 moving average. Do not want to see that happen personally. I would like to just see us bounce on up from where we are, but here on the daily, there's some other moving averages coming into play here, crossing over this 50 moving average, this blue one. So they're going to drive prices down and sideways a little bit. But we got the 100 to kind of keep them in line, keep them corralled up. 50's moving to the upside, 100's a little sideways, but still sideways and up. 200's coming up, so overall swing is still to the upside. We're just getting a little bit of a pullback here, and so the moving averages tell me that 28.5 may be enough to satisfy that little kink Bitcoin's got to get out of its system right now. And Brass asks me if I'd look at EQX. Let's take a look at EQX, shall we? EQX. Looks like it's Equify. A little under half a penny right now, 0.00497. B&B Smart Chain contracts on B&B Smart Chain. Total supply 500 million. Circulating supply is 300 million. Market cap at 1.4, right at 1.5 million. Very low market cap. All-time high was 74 cents. Just getting back to that all-time high would be nice and sweet. So I see the appeal. Typical bear market chart. Project found the bottoms. Binance Smart Chain plays are not typically my first choice, although I do have several of them. Let's go check this one out and see what it does. So they have a mobile app. Global banking at its finest offers a range of banking solutions. Banking, lending, crypto, fiat, Visa card, savings, trading. It's handy. Crypto.com handles that for me right now, but nice to know that there's other things to look at. So, nice little setup and everything. What's the token do? Nice little setup and everything, but what's your token do? Really cool. Checking account. That's kind of cool. What's your token do? Let's go look on the token. Enhanced DeFi with EQX. Native token. Native. Higher earnings, ultra low cost loans, staking rewards, and more. So it doesn't really do much. It's just a little perk thing. Really, this platform can operate perfectly fine without this token. So, and that's where people get caught up looking at these things and treat them like stocks when they're really just a token, just something different. Because a lot of these don't do much of anything. So it gives you some benefits if you hold this. But nothing revolutionary that's going to change the world and make everybody run to it. So those are just some things I look at, just I guess playing devil's advocate or something. But it did get up to 74 cents. Could definitely get up to about half of that, right? And that would still be a nice 80x maybe. Check out the chart. So when it comes to these, a lot of it will come down to the marketing. And if it gets marketing behind it, then you can see them do some very, very nice moves. Currently on the daily, Equify token. It's just been taking a big old nosedive. Could still come lower. You got this wick down here at .00043. We're currently at .0049. That's a big drop, actually. And it could still do it. That's about a 90% drop. Don't want to ride that down. So the biggest hope is that maybe is finding a bottom area here, but no guarantee. So this one, from a more conservative standpoint, it would be best to wait till it actually finds a bottom, and then you actually see it's clearly on a downtrend. You would want to see signs that trend has changed and that it is on an upward trajectory. And, you know, you may not get the juicy real bottom prices, but you won't have to ride all the trouble, all the risk down in case this bottom doesn't hold. You would be more like, oh, look, I didn't catch the bottom, but man, it sure is going up awful nice. Wow. So that's what you got to contend with. So, I mean, it could be a long-term hold, especially to get back, to those 30-cent levels. But it looks like within the next year or so, maybe up to a little over 2 cents. Maybe 1.5 cents somewhere. We start playing around with those ranges. I think, in my opinion, if I were looking at this, I would think that it's a little bit too early. You could, a DCA approach would be a nice play on it, actually, a DCA approach. That would probably be the smartest way to actually play this one. If you believe in it and think it's going to do something, dollar cost averaging, because you got a while, you got the next couple of months to catch it at this price, maybe even a lot lower, possibly. And if it goes up higher, it's going to have trouble getting over 0.0075. And that's about a 56% return. So even dipping your toes in here and it goes down and you ride this little roller coaster for a little while. I mean, eventually you'll see some decent returns out of it before it even starts taking off. So I don't have anything bad to say about it. I would just say it's still just a little bit early. You're just right now at the curve of the bowl. It's going to start curving out. And you're just now at the top of it, and I mean it can go for a while. Best to be on this side of it, in my personal opinion. Just what I see. DeFi guys in the house. Glad to have you guys here. You can win a free Tangem wallet as we celebrate 1,000 subs if we ever finally freaking get there. That just makes this contest go on for a little while longer. Details are in the descriptions below. Really easy. And also, if you don't want to wait for that, if you decide to get one, you can get 10% off using the discount code DAWG, D-A-W-G, Tangem. I use it, I like it, I endorse it. Gris is in the house. Hey Gris, what's up, my man? Jan asked, do you think this bull run, most of the alts will get new all-time highs? And that this is a better bull run for alts? There's some arguments for it. I would hope so. The last one I feel was suppressed. And this song always makes me think of skating rings. How did you pick this? Let me try to answer the question before I change the music, because I will lose my train of thought. So there's a hope or theory that with it, the price being suppressed as last time, that we may have a higher leg up. I don't know. You do have to think about there will be more adoption over these next 18 months. There just will be. Crypto is just going to be talked about more and more. More institutions are coming in. I mean, it's starting to be a much bigger thing. That's really what's going to bring in people and boost up altcoins. So what do I think about a Shiba short? So I haven't been keeping up with the Shiba news. I know it's been coming up a little bit. Ooh, what happened here? That's not what I'm trying to do. And Shibarium's out, which I'm not up to date with at all, but that seems to be the hot thing, and I don't think the token's actually out yet. So I don't know if everybody's expecting people to sell off SHIB and go into that. Ooh-wee, what we got here? There's too much stuff here. Hey man, I'm gonna erase your indicators. I erased all my indicators. I had to put them all back on. So I don't have nearly as many up here that I used to have. Shiba, baby. On the weekly, you just kind of look kind of blah and boring and like you would, what you would normally expect for this time of the market. Nice little pump here the last couple of days, looks like. Nice. I don't know that I would short this one. This one looks a little bit strong for a short. Looks like it wants to do something a little bit more. And I'm looking at the Ichimoku cloud. What it's got going on over here. It's got some strength behind it. Looking at the 9 moving. I'm on the daily. Looking at the 9 moving average crossing the 100. 50's curving up there. It looks like... It's like it wants to keep going up. Money flows came into the green here. See it right there. Right here. It kind of indicates that it still wants to go up a little bit. Maybe up to, where is it now? It's at 99.06. Maybe getting up to 11.74. 11.748. Somewhere through there, maybe? Looks like it's got a breakout. Not a strong one. But that's some nice volume coming in right here. So it depends if we get rejected off this 200 moving average. And it looks like it's really fighting to keep it. And it looks like it may be trying to do a little parabolic thing. That's what I would be looking at because it broke to the upside of this bearish pattern. Lots of volume behind it. I think it would be kind of tricky to short this one right now until you've seen a little bit more what it was going to do. 4 hours says it's ready to correct anyway. I feel like I'm at the arcade or a skating rink. Anybody else feel that way with this music? Anyone? Bueller? 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 So 4 hour looks, it's due for a pullback, definitely. Let's see what the 1 hour says. It's already started, came back to the 9 moving average. It's kind of weird when you get make sure I got these, I got them set up backwards. Well, no wonder that's going to trip me up. You're the green one. That was unnecessary. And you're the red one. So pull back to the 21 moving average, this red line right here, which is quite normal. You usually see it do that when it flags. Sometimes I watch one YouTuber and he always assumes that they're going to flag. I don't think you can always do that. because he never considers this trend line here. And when you break it, she's no longer a flag, man. She may be trying to fall wedge. Maybe trying to follow a wedge on you. Breaking that trend line right there. That says a lot about her personality right there. She's gonna come down. She's gonna come down right here at about 91.55, about right here off that 50 moving average. This previous level of support right here. Aye. More, I slap you. You do that one more time. Go ahead. I eat one more time. See what happens to you. That's what I thought. My younger years had a trip to New Orleans, and I found that nothing really pisses them off more than when you say "aye." They don't like it. So Shiba here on the 1 hour, you know, it can still fine. It can still be okay. We're still in wick territory. Still close a candle, you know, above this trend line. Still a sign of weakness in my personal opinion, sideways. And this cloud's getting kind of comfy with us. Getting all thickeny. Like a big fluffy bed wants to just come and jump right in it. This will be interesting to see how this plays out. This could be a bull flag. Could be. I mean, we could be looking at something freaky, crazy move out of Shiba. Moon Boy definitely sees this move, and that takes us up to 0.000011945-ish. And it could happen, but doesn't always happen. But there is some definite parabolic structure there, so whew. It would take balls for me to short this, and I just don't have balls that big to short it at these levels. I think this level, if it does come up here, that looks like a good area to consider, though. That measure move comes up to this area. What's the fibs say? That should be a corny song. What the fibs say? Corresponds with the 618. I think that's the best area right there. I think that's the short zone. Right there. How far is that up from here where we currently are? It's about a 20% move up to the upside. That kind of makes more sense to me with the parabolic movement. It should definitely tire out there, but unless they got some other surprises of their butts, take us on up. But to me, it still looks just a little bit bullish. A little bit bullish. Let's come back to the chat here. I'm up 12 subs, which is cool. A lot of content creators losing subs with this market. I don't get as many with these streams, but the streams, I don't know. The streams, I'm kind of used to them now. I used to be scared to death of them. There is a convenience factor until you start getting a camera involved. Chris said he caught the long, but hit a wall for a bit. How many exits do you think my portfolio will do minimum with a total amount of $2,000? If you're asking just in general, what can someone expect if they threw $2,000 into the market? It is not unreasonable at all if you can remember to take profit and to pull it out, or else it's gone. It doesn't matter. Number go up, it looks great, and then number go down. Unless you solidify those gains, or you have to do that. You could see 2,000 turn into definitely 10,000, maybe up to 20,000, maybe more. Just depends. I mean, that's more of your kind of run. 10x is kind of your run-of-the-mill gain. Just catching it at the right time, just right before the bull run. So it just kind of depends on what you're going to do with that 2,000 in the meantime. I mean, you can go ahead and sink it. I'll come up here and draw on the charts here. The old famous S-curve market cycle. So you are here. We bottom and now we're coming up and we're still low areas. If we're considering this to be the peak of the market, which is about the end of 2025. So I don't even have this drawn to scale. But anyway, we still got a long way to go. So while we are in, this kind of lower third area, if you want to call it that, you've got some chances to recycle into these coins and build your positions. And that's kind of the position that I take, and it's not easy, and especially if you get distracted and getting too many of them. But you can, as prices come up, sell out a percentage and wait till they come back and just keep recycling in and out. And slowly you're building up your bags so that when the prices do come up and you decide to take profits at these certain levels, well, you've got more to sell. You have a bigger position to sell out of, and let the rest of it ride. Take a little, keep paying yourself as it goes up. Keep paying yourself when it hurts to pay yourself, and you think, oh no, I'm too greedy. Greed will masquerade itself as, for me, during the last cycle, when we were on our way up here, it had to have been greed that kept me holding on, but I was like, I don't think I made enough gains. I'm not seeing the gains I expected. This not because we didn't have the crazy. It wasn't as crazy as it was in 2017. That one was absolutely off the chain. Just what? 17 cents to $3? Really? This coin has Bitcoin in it. Let's buy it. Watch it pump. What? So. Just good to try to take advantage of the opportunities as they present themselves as to the part of the cycle that we're in. And we're in a good one to start to be DCAing, to try to build your bags. And when things do get a nice run up and you're like, woo, we're ready to go to the moon and sell some off. When you're real happy, when you want to call your girlfriend or call somebody and say, hey, look what happened, look how much this went up, you need to sell, take a little profit, take 25% or something, 10%, 25% off, pay yourself then, because about a week later you're going to wish you had of. Because I think sometimes our own indicators are, our own emotions are some of the best indicators about when to sell. When you see the YouTubers, people in here, people like me out here charting and just getting into the ego and, yeah, we call it every day. Sale. Bitcoin's going to 300K. Shiba. What's old Doge doing? A little bit of talk about speculative talk about Doge. don't want the market cap. We could look at the market cap. Fluctuating a little bit here in the 4 hour. The market cap of Doge. Still in the blah area that's been in for quite a while. Still overall on the falling channel, nothing to see here. Just kind of still in the median range at a good price for DCA. I mean, you're just right at the median target area right here. So dipping your toes in, can't beat that. Possibility to come down to 6 cents. Don't see that happening anytime soon, but anything is possible. It looks more likely like it wants to go up about 9.2 cents. Test the top of this trend line, and I would hope do some more because it's been at this bottom for quite a while. A little bit of rounding going on there. Nice support area that is held from this last time in 2021. A little bit of an Adam and Eve type formation there that exploded very nicely up to 15 cents last November. And then it's gone. And the problem is, if you've been holding this for a while and that happens, it goes up to 15 cents. Ooh, we're going to the moon, and you want to keep holding it and don't want to take profits. What we just talked about a few minutes ago, and then it drops. You could have doubled that bag right there. Could have sold up here around 15 cents. Could have had twice as much when it come back to 7, but a lot of times we don't see that until hindsight. We can even plan for it ahead of time, but as it comes in, our heads just get all fuzzy, crazy. We're just wrapped up in the moment, and we can't see what's going on. Happens to all of us. So if it does, don't beat yourself up about it. Just try to find better signals or signals to look out for, and try to train yourself to do it otherwise. There is a little bit of behavior modification that comes with training, and it's kind of cool. It's almost like a therapy in a way. Although personally, I've found it to make you kind of sit in a dark room and talk to yourself in crazy voices. Just how I seem to express in my experience, anyway. DC appliance repair, awesome. What's up with the low sub count? I feel you should have more than this. Are you using meta tags? I think I'm using meta tags. I am using some tags, but I don't know. It just happens as it happens, I guess. I will mostly buy the top 50 to 150, and the O's can 15x. Cannot remember what we're talking about there, JN. But I do advise against buying tops. Just want to make the most of my 2,000. I don't blame you. That's understandable. And for me, this last bull cycle, that was a lot of money to me. $2,000. I understand. That's probably what I would have had if it wasn't for some of these stimulus checks and I was able to pile in there, and severance pay and some other things near the 2020 debacle or lockdown, which gave me a few times more than that, but I lost a lot of that and then paid for a trading group out of some of it, and then it all ended up. So I think you can do quite a bit with 2,000. I would just advise you not to have my fault, which is to get into way too many coins, because that'll also give you an opportunity cost. $2,000 can go down quick. It can if you put it all in at the wrong time. If it were me and I had 2,000, I think I would take half of it Well, just in general portfolio, you want at least half in Bitcoin, just as a general rule. I'm telling you. I mean, I can't stress that enough, and that's on the low side, at least 50%, in my personal opinion. That will save your portfolio from just flip-flopping all over the place for one thing, and it's also useful to have that Bitcoin sitting there. But I would probably put, a certain portion, a certain percentage into the long-term holds, and then I would also keep a percentage that I can actually kind of trade with on some shorter-term trades and try to build that part up. Because I need 20 to 30K to wait for the next bear market after I sold, and then I can invest in other things, and then I can invest 15K in again. Well, it sounds like you're thinking things out, making a plan. That's always good. I would just buy more and hold. They ain't going to shake me out of the market. Well, I mean, this is the perfect time to be. It's hard to mess up when you're at the bottoms of the market. And for altcoins, we've revisited kind of the bottom areas that we've seen before. Not on all of them, but on a majority of them. When the bull run starts, everything just goes up slowly, so it's not directly getting dumped again. When the real bull run starts, is a short window. We're talking about, less than 6 weeks. And it's just like, it never slows down. They'll pop off. Different altcoins will go at different times, but especially Bitcoin. It just seems like it's never going to stop. And there will be pullbacks. It will fall. And those scary ones. And everybody was like, oh, this is it. It's over. And then it'll just pick back up and go right back up again. Like crazy. Like it just doesn't want to stop. And the general rule is about a month after Bitcoin tops out, the altcoins start going crazy as everybody starts putting all that money back into altcoins. And then we get a real nice blow off top pump in altcoins. Generally, we didn't see that last time, and doesn't mean that's going to happen again. It may be harder to see that. How does the VMC indicator work exactly? It is a cool indicator. Or VMC, right? Or a market cipher if you want to go out and actually purchase the, you can't say it's trademark, but the buyable one. It looks confusing, but it's really not. It was started because when you get a free TradingView account, they're limited how many indicators that you can put on there. And so they came up with the idea, well, we'll put a lot of them on here. So they got about 5 different indicators just squished on here. But once you get used to it, it's like, well, cool, I can just glance at this and get a nice picture of what the market's doing. So you got stochastics up here, which I normally keep to window by itself. You can have RSI on it, but I pay attention to RSI, and I want to see these numbers and things sometimes. So I had that separate, and I took it off of this one. But normally there's another line going through here with your RSI. So stochastics, this is momentum wave, for your momentum wave. That's handy. Good to see the velocity of trades and all that stuff that's into the market here. Volume weighted average price is this yellow area. Money flow is this red area right now. It goes from red to green. That's the most important in my personal opinion. Because when it's in the green, things are good. And when it's in the red, it's not that great. So that one's a big helper. It's easy. And CryptoFace on his website, he's got a whole tutorial on this. I think Evan Aldo takes that one to heart. That's pretty much Evan Aldo's whole trading style is what CryptoFace laid out on those trading videos. It is a good indicator. It's just a bunch of them squished all together in kind of a colorful format, I guess. But I like it because I can glance at it really easy. And it's just kind of helpful when you got an indicator that you get used to. It's easy to use, and you can glance at it rather than having to go through and blow them up and look at them really close and have to dissect and weigh this out and weigh that out. And I can see the whole trend right here on this one. And then they got Market Cipher A, which applies up here, and that's where you get the blood diamonds and the yellow X's, and those are sell signals. And you can see why. Look what happened with that X. So it's pretty cool. And it works well with the Hikanashi handles too. Is 2,000 too much for my age? No, I don't think so. I think it's a nice little chunk. It's more than a lot of people have to go in on this. A lot more than a lot of people feel comfortable going in on this. I know when I first started, I didn't want to go more than 500. That was my comfort level. And that would dwindle down. I'd put another 500 in there, just feed it like a slot machine until I finally learned how the market works and how to do things better. Right? Stop losing money. I personally think that alts can go down more. You can DCA, but I don't have that much money, so I need to start DCAing lower. Or just DCA smaller amounts too. Those little nibbles add up, I'm telling you. Don't know, I have the feeling everyone is already in because they think alts bottomed, but when most alts go below the bottom, everyone probably panics, so won't go lower with the alts. Well, Bitcoin would need a tank for that to happen. Bitcoin dominance would have to tank for that to happen. Bitcoin dominance is higher than it has been in about 2 years, 3 years. What is this? 21, May of 21, 22, 23, 2 years. And it's showing signs that it's not ready to slow up yet. There is divergence here on momentum waves on the RSI, saying, hey, she's still ready to go up. Bitcoin's getting ready to do something. So the things I'm seeing is that in about another week or something, Bitcoin gonna go up. There may be a little drop, or maybe going through a little bit of a drop, but something's getting ready to happen. I think, yes, even my prediction, I forgot when I did this though, I should have wrote that date on here, but first 2 weeks of August, the signs I'm seeing here say something's going to happen. I do not know what. I don't know if a spot ETF gets approved or something. I don't know. But she's looking like she's wanting to try to do something here fairly soon. And there's some bear signs here too, but and that would mean that total 2 and total 3 would need to drop, which right now is flirting with that idea. You know, you can make that argument, and broke trend here, so down and sideways short term. Monthly though looks good. So from what I'm actually seeing on the bigger time frames is that we can go down and sideways for a little bit. It'll get boring with altcoins, but then in a couple of weeks we'll start seeing more of a pump out of them, and hopefully that will be the little push we need to confirm this bigger pattern. But still got my eyes on that. But overall, that still tells me that, you know, when you zoom out here, I mean, this is This is our bottom area for alts right through here, this whole range that we're in. And it'll be here for a while. So at DCA, it's a good way to play it, especially if you're using dollars. If you're using Bitcoin, then, well, you need to be buying more Bitcoin. and then wait until it takes off up here to these levels. Then switching to altcoins. Signs that Bitcoin dominance is rising to 60 to 65% means that altcoin season will also be bigger if it goes back down again from there. Exactly, yeah, it would. Showing signs that it might be a really nice altcoin season after that plays out. The question is, when is this going to play out? Let's see, this was December of 2020. This was July of 2019. We were up around 72, 73% there. And then we had a run, which surprisingly, during the bull run, dominance was coming down. Which is odd. You would think it'd be going up, right? But that was also helping the altcoins. And that was a decent little run. And then we just kind of been ranging out here ever since. All that time, right? Until finally now it's starting to climb back up a little bit. So it looks like it could take it, oh geez, what was that, April to August, 2 or 3 months, and it has taken it from December till June here, a good 6 months just to get this, to get up that 9% that we made right there. So what, about another 6 months? Maybe just hit around 60, 65%, maybe. But that's not making too much sense for bull market time. Let's see, that should be around, just kind of guesstimating about November of 2025. So we'll mark that with a vertical line here, time frame. So we should be hoping for some kind of peak somewhere around here in these areas, and then maybe a big drop like this for a nicer altcoin season. But you see that would be, you know, right around 26. It's like 2.5 years. So I'm just playing with him in the meantime, just trying to build bags and make a little profit and stuff something away for those times when the world goes mad and everyone wants crypto and granny's calling you up and saying, honey, how do I buy Bitcoin? Here's my strategy in a nutshell. Can you compare this pre-halving year with the 2020 with 2021? You must think I'm, oh gosh, what's his name? He's like the Sheldon Cooper of crypto. I can't remember his name. Oh well, it'll come back to me. So I don't get much into the on-chain on-chain analysis and stuff. I usually watch other people for that because I just don't want to get too buried in all that data. It is interesting. I do like it. But still, the biggest thing that changed the rules, changed the game for me, was just learning the charts and learning these patterns and just price action in general. And this one's making a bottom formation here on Bitcoin dominance. I like it. Let's take a look at Bitcoin then overall. 2019. I've said before, it's very reminiscent of 2019, but I'm talking more about this area, some of the things I see right now. I think we're more on the line of something like this. Time-wise, this fits our cycle. And this one is spiking up, and I do think that this one can continue up and then also get a pullback. Not exactly like this, but something similar. So, I mean, overall, when it comes to Bitcoin, I am expecting prices to come up, and maybe we'll get to around 40, 45. Maybe that would be cool. We could hit 48. That would be awesome. That'd be a stretch, I think, but anywhere in this next area, this next level here, but then get a pullback and maybe come back and retest this $25,000 area. I think that's possible. I don't know that we will get back to 20. Could happen. Just kind of depends on what the market's feeling like toward, in 2024 next year. But we got a ways to go before the halving, because we're expecting that, April 2024? Then we got to go through the, what happens after the halving. Things kind of calm down a little bit, and then eventually we start feeling that supply squeeze, and the FOMO starts building, and somebody decides to buy a big bag of Bitcoin, and then everybody else doesn't want to be left out, so they buy a big bag too, and we start going through this again. But I don't think we're nowhere near this. We're more like right here, more like in this area. And it did at one time when that was the big COVID pullback, which I don't think under normal circumstances would have pulled us back. We were due for a pullback, but not that much, right? Probably back down to its previous areas of 7,000 at that time. And instead it went down to about 3,000. So this is just that time in the market. Gosh, I remember. It seemed very hopeful here, and then of course all of a sudden, Bitcoin made a new high at 14,000. Oh, we're almost back to old. That's where it started over here, so 14,000, and then it started creeping up to 17 and 18. So it was starting to get very, very bullish in that time frame. And this is before I learned how to trade. This is when I was still trying to do it all on my own and hoping to, I guess, hit it just right or something, but. And we had that nice little pullback, and then the world went all to hell through here. Printed money like crazy. We went up. Is it going to be necessary for us to print money like crazy to make Bitcoin go up? I don't know. It does help, though, apparently. I would say it's just patience. This one is a rising channel, rising megaphone, however you want to look at it. Eventually it should break to the downside, but to me, I think it's got more upside, get rejected, correct a little bit from whatever area that might be. Most likely probably a 618 area. If we go up to 38,800, we could pull back to 24.7, and I think that's very reasonable. If we go up to about 46,000, could pull back to 28. That's very reasonable. So can't really predict. Can just kind of look at probabilities of what might happen. But overall, I think it's bullish for Bitcoin. Chris says he sees exactly as I see it happening. I do think we're going to get that pullback. G'day, Bitcoin. Still checking on this auger thing that I got back into. What you doing, auger? I'm on the weekly here. Having to keep a close eye on this, see if I'm going to bail on it or stick this one out. So far, it's showing signs that this level is holding, so I'm still waiting patiently. I'm hoping for another pump up. Let that little sucker go above $2 again and see how fast I sell. Yeah. I'm trying to grow that little ETH bag I got over there. So basically, it could be falling back to about 155. I'm not too crazy about that. If we start getting below there, I may give up on this one. But it's showing some signs that it wants to kind of bottom out here again and then make another run for it. So, got my eye on that one. The best trade was when it was down here at $1. That was the absolutely best. You can't beat that setup. That was awesome. And trying to hope that something like that will happen over here, it probably won't. Return over here probably won't be as awesome. That was nice. But I'm watching just to see. He wants to play that little game one more time. Sinverse also flirting with a bottom idea. Needs to come back up a level. Kind of lost that area right here, but doing a lot of sideways motion right now. 4 hours, giving it the go ahead on indicators. Trying to give it a little bump up in there. So what we got here on the daily. Candle body to candle body. Screwed that up right there. But coming here, now we got a new series of touches, so I'm reinforcing that there. Hopefully this area will stick. Looks like it is trying to regain that 9 daily moving average. Little clouds doing a little something funky over here, giving it a little opening to shoot for. Oh, Sinverse, how I would love to see you go to 30 cents. That would just make me so happy. I'd buy the t-shirt. I promise you I would. I might even wear it to church. XRP's hanging out at 63.3 cents. Pulling these crazy things over here, trying to look like something, whatever. A lot of people get immediately bullish with these. Me, not so much. Once you get that little blow off top there, that it's down and sideways, baby. It just usually is. And kind of a wedge, a weird pattern. Weird. Technically a rising wedge, which does break to the downside, right? And it did. And then it's rolling over. Looks like she's going to be coming back to these areas right here about 54, 55 cents in my personal opinion. Looks like it tried to do an inverted head and shoulders there. I think I met its target for that little bitty bumpy move there. Just couldn't hold its weight. Indicators here on the 4 hour showing me that the moving averages are just all falling in on the 200. And very likely we'll see about 54, 55 cents out of XRP as it just gradually, does a correction. Basically, that's all it is. It's a retest of a trend line. Sometimes I watch the pattern traders and they forget about that retest. They just immediately think it's going to keep going up. But these patterns have a percentage to break to the outside, break to the upside, and they also have a percentage to come back down and retest those areas. And I think for this one is somewhere in the 60% range, mid 60s. But to see it do that, pretty normal, but it's nice it's holding up that parabolic structure. That could still hold and propel us even higher. Just a nice pullback, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing to see here. Got up to 93 cents. Look at that. So anybody pummeled in at 93 cents not very happy right now as they're seeing their $1,000 drop down to about $666. They might be feeling a little salty. However, anybody that bought it at 48 cents took a little profit up here, moonbagged it. When it reached 92 cents, watching it pull back, well, they got their money out and their moonback's still up 20%. they're not really feeling all that salty. They're thinking, that was cool. Wonder if I could do that again. That's the party I like to be involved with. It doesn't always work out that way though, but that is the goal. Taking a look at Phantoms going in at 24 cents right now, which is, this is my buy zone. I don't know about you guys, but that's my buy zone. Normally I'd say anything under 20 cents is definitely hot, but it's getting harder and harder to reach those targets. You kind of have to compromise a little bit and say, hey, I can wait here, miss everything, and hope that you come back down to 16 cents, but or I could just keep dipping my toes in the water here. I think it's good toe dipping weather right here for Phantom. We saw this cat get up to about $3 last time. So if it gets up to $2.50 from where it is, that's a nice little 10x, and I can't bitch about that. I've already moonbagged Phantom when it had that big run up, right? So I'm trying to get me another little moonbag of it. Because that's when I realized, oh crap, I probably need a bigger bag if I want to make this really last. If I want to keep taking profits in these things. That was a nice run up to 64 cents. I did not expect that quick, and I'm sure there'll be another big surprise one, or at least expect it as well. And so getting it down there under a quarter, not a bad place. It's in moonbag territory. 25 cents up to 50 cents. It's done it. I can do it again. Moonbag you some Phantom today. Be a moonbagger. Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom. It likes the bottom, doesn't it? But it also it likes to go up. Look at it went up all the way up to 342, and then look. During all that crap, and I remember this was not fun at all. You're like, wait a minute, we've been waiting all this time for bull market, right? And you were $3 and something, and now you're 92 cents. What? Is the bull market over? Oh gosh, we're going back to 10K. I remember all that. It was scary. But for the people, oh man, this one went on for weeks at this area here, man. Weeks. Horrible. 155. It wasn't just this, it was everything. All the way down to 129 and 127. Just wondering what's going on, right? Atom came back down to $8 here, right? Cosmos fell back to $8 at the same area. And then they decided to drive that market right back up. Back up to $3 there. Woo! What a nice one. Get to double your money again if you played it just right. Double top bull market. That was... What as fun as the other one? I'm just going to throw it out there. It was not as fun as 2017. That was awesome. That one played by the rules. This one kind of got a little wonky on us. I think we kind of saw why later on, but there's some of the influences there. Litecoin, after the halvening, just lost its heyday. There's no more excitement for Litecoin. Oh my gosh, it's going to zero. There's no use for it. Love it or hate it. It's going to see some upsides, so it just is. Right now, getting a little bit of pullback. I do have some Litecoin. I am looking forward to get back up to around 350. And then me and Litecoin are going to have a serious discussion of whether we will part ways or, maybe just split things down the middle. I don't know. Which is looking just a little bit bearish. Oh, I've already done that, haven't I? with this dotted line. So that's the trajectory I'm looking at for Litecoin. That's probably going to come back about $75. Maybe down to 65. Oh, that would be interesting. So probably going to be very dull for Litecoin for a little while until the supply hit is kind of felt just a little bit, and then I'll be curious to see how it performs. Because it would be nice to see if it could break $400. Love it or hate it, that's what I got for it. Strike is just going to let it sit. B&B is getting a little bit of a, well, you know, looking at it in this obvious bear flag, could send it back down to these lower areas, maybe about 165. I don't even have to go and put a measured move on that. I guess that don't look good. Coming down if that plays out, or it could just bounce right the freak back up, surprise everybody. The cool thing about this is that it's not just an exchange coin, it has its own chain, Binance Smart Chain, so that was pretty freaking stroke of genius, and now it has its own life and ecosystem. I thought the BUSD thing sucked with the SEC making Paxos stop that. That was just senseless and very underhanded, but I don't think you can kill this one. I think this one was done very well, very cleverly, very well designed, and now it has a life of its own. Not crazy. It does have an excellent burn mechanism. That's cool. That's what keeps it in check. I just wish it had more of a limited supply, but you know, it's been a performer. You cannot deny that. I remember this thing was $3, got up to 18. I thought that was too freaking expensive. Little did I know it would go to $600. Kick myself. I think it was one of my mentor's best trades. He still talks about it to this day. QNT is just playing with our emotions, hanging around at $1.02. I'm expecting a big payday out of this one for all the trouble you just made me go through ever since you did this inverted head and shoulders. I know. You technically, I mean, you can say you reached your target area. I'm just maybe a little overextended, so you got up there. And then you just lost it, baby. You lost it. You disappointed me. That's what you did. You just disappointed me. I don't feel like your resume is really up to par for your performance at the moment. I'm expecting a lot more out of you, QNT. I've heard all the rumors. I've heard all the good reports, and it looks absolutely yummy. But I ain't seen it yet. You one of my bigger bags, QNT. I'm putting some pressure on you. You better straighten up and do something. That's what I'm saying. I'd like to see about 162 out of you again. Let's go there. It's about time to pay rent. You need to come up with something, is all I'm saying. So it looked like we had a double bottom scenario over here. I like this formation that we had with we came down and picked up and did this because it's like one of those little harmonic type patterns. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to pretend that I am, but I'm pretty sure that I was into it. Anyway, but now we're just kind of going boring sideways. But by my strategies and everything, we made a triple bottom here. Basically a falling wedge that we broke out of, and it's just been a lackluster one. Lackluster. There's no volume. And we're just going sideways. Just accumulation at this point. So there's going to be so many people that bought this in the $100. They're going to have trouble falling below $100 because nobody wants to lose money anymore. Everybody bought it there. That's the good thing we got going on, I guess. Unless some big whale who bought it at 10 cents wants to just push the price down and torture us all. we should be fairly okay to maybe start slowly getting some momentum. But man, you are a turtle, dude. Turtle. Q&T, I don't mean to complain, but I need a little bit more of this out of you. A little bit more of this. A little bit more of this. A lot less of this. This is not making me happy. This is not making me smile. This is just making me look at you sideways and be like, who brought this guy to the party? This guy just standing in the corner, just eyeballing everybody, looking at him weird. Oh crap, that's a mirror. Q&T. You need to tighten up your game, brother. Somebody else needs to tighten up their game is Polka Dot. What are you doing? Listen, Polka Dot, I used all this time to draw these pretty lines that you're supposed to go touch. And you're doing something crazy now. I don't even know if you know what direction you're headed. All these other coins been doing things, but no, you like to stay in this $4 to $5 range. I mean, all year, pretty much. December, look at that. You were here in October, I remember. Oh, you ain't telling me now, huh? Okay, I honestly not one, but you were $6. You dipped down in the $5.84 in October, I remember. Come on, be crazy. You're doing that funky double bottom scenario here too, but it looks like you want to come back down and retest these $4.50, 60-cent areas, man. What's wrong with you, dude? Can't we just get back up to $10 and hang out there for a while? I liked it. Did you like it? I had fun there. Personally, I enjoyed that, and I don't see why you had a problem with it. And I think we need to, you know, if we can't at least go back to that location, sit down, and just kind of talk things out. I don't know if I can keep hanging out with you, Dot. We need to make some progress here, Dot. You're boring me to tears, man. I'm just staking you, which is nice rewards. I like it. I just need some more value. I just got to feel some more value. This boy's done lost his ever-loving mind. Will you skate with me, Jenny? How did we get back here, dude? Seriously. Oh yeah, dude? What about this? Show up on this playlook skating song, I dare you. Oh crap, it probably is on here. Dot, I need to see more out of you. You're just giving me ugly charts. I got too many lines on here. I'm about ready to just erase them all, baby. Checking out Decred, and this isn't one of my long-term holds, and it's been slow, but hey, everything else has been slow too. Let's just keep it real now. Besides, it's already hit a few of my targets. Now she's just falling back into this falling wedge here. Looked like we had a bear trap here, which is what normally propels us to the upside, and was hoping to get out of this falling wedge with that, but it did, and it came back to retest the bottom of it. Sitting about $14, which I'm just telling you, it's not a bad place to pick this up. Limited supply of this. I like this one. Now, I've shown this many times, but when you do zoom out, last time it was around $12 right here. Yeah. No lie, it just went up to 250. Yeah. That's all I feel like I need to say about that at this point. We hit those $12 levels, and yeah, I'm just waiting. Will it repeat? Can't make any promises. Chances are, though. Better chance to go there than to go to zero, in my opinion. I like it. I missed a lot of it last time. I got a little bit of it. Got up to $20. I thought, it's too much. I don't want to spend $20. And then it went to $250. It's like, man, I probably could have afforded a few more of those at 25. Probably could have, really. It was such a dirty cheap bastard. How do you live with yourself being such a miser like that? Injective Protocol is coming in at $8. Juicy, nice. I'm cool with it. I just got mine out there staking. Finally got a nice little juicy bag of this. I wanted this one long term, because I'm expecting good things from Injective Protocol. I want to take a look at Injective Protocol. I want to peel the layers back. Come here, INJ. Let me help you out of that hot coat. Yes, Injective. Look like you got too many things on. We need to peel back the layers. 100 million. 100 million coins, maximum supply. 83 million out in circulating supply. 670 million. Market cap. I feel like I can't hear myself very well again. Mic check, Mac check. Are we cool? Are we kosher? Got the limiter iron and everything and such. So this one got up to $7.89. Doesn't sound so amazing. Well, God, that was a 24-hour high. Who else is high here? Okay, $24.89 was his all-time high. About a 3x from where we are now. Doesn't sound amazing. That was 2021, 2 years ago. This thing's taken off just a little bit more. Doing some interesting things. We'll go take a look at the side here. Now I tried to interact with it with the Kepler wallet. I didn't get very far. But building the fastest layer 1 blockchain for future finance. They were doing some cool things over there. I did see a DEX over there. Couldn't access it because of where I'm at in America. Some things here with their ecosystem, some of their featured apps. Just a growing little ecosystem here. Some of the blockchains that it interacts with, that's the cool thing. Interacts with BNB, Cosmos, Ethereum, Polygon, Solana. And Helix is a premier decentralized order book crypto exchange for trading crypto access. So they've got an exchange over there, and I have not been able to access it yet, but I'm very curious to try to do that. But an interesting one to hold on the radar there. Doing very nice, and I still got it coming up to. I've got a measure move at $15. Also have a target of about $12.88. So just keeping my eyes on this one. I think that if you can get in at that $6, $6.50, under $7, that it's awesome. May have a chance to do that. May not. Money flow is going to the green. It may decide just to keep on trucking with this particular trend line right here, which it just tapped with that little wick on the weekly, coming to the daily. Maybe a possibility to grab it around 750, but I think she's still wanting to do some more upsidedness. Well, guys, I started the show just an hour earlier. I am kind of flirting around with the idea of maybe changing some time frames. If I can find my chat, there we are. So give me some feedback on what you think. You leave comments in the comment section, whatever. This time frame kind of works. May start leaning more toward this. This one's 11 p.m. my time in Eastern. And should be 9 o'clock Central. Don't know if it really fits the late night qualifications I use in my thumbnails, but should be dark most of the time. I don't know, just experiencing with that. The normal time frame seems to, the work I have to do afterward kind of drags me out into wee early in the morning. No, I'm not a morning person. Nah, I'm not. So, alright guys, I'm going to take one last look here at the Bitcoinio. Still sitting at 29,047. My longs and my shorts are just both lackluster at the moment as we continue in this sideways hustle. Probably more tomorrow, and then my prediction for tomorrow night is it may show a little bit of volatility as market makers get a little frisky and try to scare everybody out again. It's just what they normally kind of do, and then Monday will be kind of weird again. Straighten out, level out by Tuesday, Wednesday, and then get ready for all this more weekend stuff again. Waiting for a Fed announcement to get us all stirred up. It's getting boring, dude. It's just boring. But hopefully we'll see something pop off with altcoins soon. God help us. Love to see a little profit. Guys, until next time, I appreciate you for being here. If you can't hit the like button on your way out, my name is Lane. You've been watching Late Night Charts, Late Night Crypto Charts with Road Dogg here on the Road Dogg Crypto channel. Guys, be blessed. Tomorrow is Sunday, it is the Lord's Day, and if you partake in the congregations of church, well, good for you, man. Good for you. If not, well, just say hey to God. Just let God know you're thinking about him, because he thinks about you all the time, and he's out there working behind the scenes, taking care of you. Doesn't hurt to show you respect. The source that made you, the source that watches over you, keeps you safe. The source that will bless you with crypto. Guys, take care. Till tomorrow night. Be blessed. You got this, baby.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like you're so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Feet high off the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the med.